Every time.
So I do have this one thing. So, what do you think the best selling car was in 2011 in America?
In 2011?
Mm-hmm. The number one selling car that year. It's like a weird article came up on Road and Track.
Well, just in America, right?
Yeah, just in America.
Like a Civic?
No.
Maybe like a Honda or a Toyota Camry.
It was a Toyota Camry.
Yep, Toyota Camry.
Toyota Camry 2011, 308,510 units sold that year.
Dang.
What do you think? You're born in 92, right?
93.
93?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just a couple months older than me. I thought you was like a year.
No.
Ford Taurus.
Really?
Yeah, it was a Ford Taurus back then.
I didn't think they would ever sell like that.
Then the Camry came on the scene in 97, and then got it again 98, 99, 2000. Then Honda Accord stole it for 2001. Then it was the Camry again. The Camry's been dominating since 2001.
I could see it. It's actually pretty nice. Especially the recent ones, like the TRDs.
Yeah, they just, I mean, they're making it sportier or whatever. I guess that's all people really care about, looking fast and not being fast.
All right, be careful.
Like
that starts another debate.
A whole debate, right? It's like, looking, being all shredded up and cut up, and then you're not really strong.
Yeah, back to the boxing
You're
thing.
not really strong.
It look like you can fight, but you can't.
You can't fight. Woo!
Dang. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess that does make a lot of sense too. They are pretty popular. I figured it'd be like a fight between the Toyota the Camry and the Accord or the Civic, because they both sell like hotcakes.
It was the full size sedan segment, so it's like really popular. That's why some of your favorite brands stopped making sports cars for a while. So they wanted to focus on making those type of cars or SUVs, and then that was like a revival of sports cars, kind of sorta. And then you got some brands that are trying to come back, like the new Integra.
Brass, don't.
It was funny. It was funny seeing it, right?
I actually just saw the actual conference they had to put on YouTube, and like the guy apparently it was only like 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, apparently no one clapped or said anything after they revealed it. It was dead quiet, and the guy's just up there like, so yay! Everybody's still crickets.
I mean, I said it like when we were talking about. I was like, it's gonna look exactly like their lineup now, and then it's most likely
because the first prototype that they showed us was like an actual coupe and legit looked like the old ones, just like remodelized to what they have in style today. Nah, what they popped out was a new TLX with a giant ugly behind Integra banner on the side.
I don't know if did we talk about. I think we might have talked about it last week or the week before.
We talked about like the week before, but
that's the one that didn't get recorded. Yeah. Okay, so there's structural points that every car has. So like the concepts always. That's why when the concepts come out and they're not, and then when the real car comes out, they don't look anything alike. Is because the actual structural points, like the hard points, have to be there. So I'm pretty sure the Integra shares the same body as the Civic. Therefore, it won't have the body lines that's in the prototype. They just drew that. I don't even think that was a real car. That was just a drawing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but usually what they draw usually turns out to be at least close to what the actual thing comes out. Because like when the Z came out, the 400, what they kind of drew up was pretty similar to what actually came out.
Like, well, it's not sharing a platform with anything else. So
the Integra is?
No, the 400R, or what is it called?
No,
it's just called the Z.
Yeah, there's 400Z. It's basically supposed to be like a remake of the Datsun.
Yeah,
but I'm like, it looks just like a TLX, and the fact that they had to badge it to say Integra, like the ugliest banner on the side to say Integra, so you wouldn't tell the difference, like you would know, because if you just looked at it without all that stuff, you're like, oh, it's
ILX.
ILX. And it looks like, all right, cool. And it looks like if they just did that, they branded it as an ILX. That would have been a nice ILX with manual, little turbo on it. Hey, that would have been pretty cool. No, you just had to say Integra.
Then like seeing everybody's reaction to it is like, bro, like you guys dropped the ball big
and time. It sucks because they can't go back and fix it. So like y'all,
it is what it is.
Forever just ruined
until they make a new platform again.
And the whole video was about like Acura and hip hop, and I was like, since when have they ever been like? Like the only thing we had was closest to thing was like the whole Ja Rule, and
I think Ludacris is the only one that talks about his Acura legend that he still has.
But that was about it. Like I don't. Yeah. Normally when you look at an Integra and Acura, you don't associate.
I don't think does anybody rap about Acura?
Not that I know of.
Yeah,
it was like really random as to why they even did that. And then you have pictures of like all the old Integras, the DC2, the DC5, looking just about the same. Like the DC5 was a little bit different, but it's still pretty much the same. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they like show the new Integra, and I was like, bro, it looks nothing like previous generations. Why is this? Yeah, it looks like you're throwing some random car in there in the mix.
It's so funny. Like, and then you see all these super talented people on Instagram, like, and then they do their renderings to it, and it's just like. You just want to tag Acura and be like, hey, man, hire this guy. For real. Just bring him on board. There's a disconnect in the office.
My whole thing is like so like you telling me that nobody who was working on that car was like, this don't look right or this won't go over well. Like not one single soul.
I want to be in one of those board meetings. Like I gotta figure out like what's really going on in there. Like when they're coming up with this stuff. Because sometimes it's you see other companies and they're getting it right, like Dodge for example. Whether you hate them, whether you love them,
put a Hellcat in everything.
They put a Hellcat in everything. I legitimately would not be surprised if there's a Hellcat Caravan before they get rid of all the supercharged V8s.
I'm pretty sure they will be really soon. Just for kicks.
Just a limited, just a 1 year run. Just a 1 year run.
And I'm not even going to lie.
Hellcat minivans.
I might actually buy it too.
The last hurrah before the EVs take over and we're in iRobot land.
But yeah, it's like I just don't get it. Like nobody just like all the research, the crappy video that y'all put together, nobody was like, nah, this ain't it, fam.
Yeah.
It's not going to go over well in the car community. Yeah. It was like, if they would have just, I'm saying, what they messed up on is calling it Integra. If they would have just said it's the brand new ILX, nobody would have said anything. It would have been, all right, cool. That's pretty cool. But you just had to put the expectation of Integra, and what we got did not look like an Integra.
They're trying to do the whole retro thing, but they're doing it wrong. Like, you say Mustang has retro styling, but like it's still a Mustang at its core. Got the Challenger, it's still a Challenger at its core. You got the Camaro, it's still so like when. That's the whole thing with the Supra when it came back out, and everyone's upset about it because it has BMW parts and it was like kind of tainted the name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 doors I guess aren't necessarily selling like that, which I get. I figured they would have a like a coupe and a 4-door.
I get it, but like, okay, so if that was the case, then why did Nissan still go to 4-door? Why did everyone else go back to the Supra still go to like the 4-door? Like why did they still go back to the whatever the car was? You can't just completely change the car and then call it the same thing.
Honda's being Honda, man. Honda gonna do what Honda do. All right, that's what they do. So what'd you do this week?
I hate that. Sorry. Like so triggered by that. Yeah, I don't even remember what I did, to be honest.
It was that bad, huh? Integra just ruined your whole week. Ruined your whole week.
I actually did see the video over the weekend, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't going to talk about it because like, I felt like we already talked about it, but I was like,
we talked about it a little bit, but we never. Because the first time we talked about it, they didn't really have any information on it.
Yeah.
And then like now it's like
it's out.
Wish I didn't know about it. Wish I didn't know about it.
So my son turned 8 Tuesday. He requested this, like I guess one of the only things he really asked for was for me to be off. So we was off that day. Went around. He did his schoolwork. Then we got Nerf guns. Are you into Nerf guns?
Yeah.
Okay. You got any Nerf guns?
Not here, but in the office.
Yeah. At the office.
He caught that at the office. Yeah.
He said he wanted a Nerf shotgun, so he plays this game called Animal Royale right now, and like, it's kind of funny, like seeing him grow up and like remembering like when Call of Duty and stuff came out. So now I'm learning about all these guns when I'm a kid. So he's learning about all these guns as a kid in the game. So he wanted a double barrel Nerf shotgun. So Target, I feel like Target has usually like the better selection, and then Academy Sports,
yeah.
They had Nerf guns, and they'll have like everyone. Like they would have the brand that Target has and the brand that Walmart has, and then they'll have Nerf and all this other crazy stuff. But I guess they stopped doing that over there. So I was like, all right, cool. So then we went back to Walmart, got him a double barrel shotgun. He was like, I should get a gun too. So then I got the Nerf rival gun. We had a little battle. He said that my gun is very strong. I don't know. I guess.
Like shoot it. He was like, "Ow!" That hurt.
Oh yeah, he's a daddy that hurts. So we played that. Then do you like do main event David Buster stuff like that?
I haven't been in a while, like the laser tag and stuff.
Yeah. So we went to main event, and we gave all the kids, all his friends, like the little game cards that they have now. And at the end of the night, it was like, all right, it's time to go get, redeem your points or whatever. But you remember back, like, when you were playing at Chuck E. Cheese or Adventure Landing, like, the whole point of the time being there is so you could get the, I would go there, I would go to the prize section first and be like, hey, that's what I got to get to.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing all the games to win that thing, whatever that thing was. These jokers just want to play all the like games that don't give you any type of tickets, and then run up in there with 15 tickets to be like, "I want that big Nerf gun." Like, nah, pimp, that's not how this works.
It's like you're playing the wrong games for that, buddy.
But what me and my wife do, we go. While we let him play, we go play the actual games that's going to get tickets because...
see, I get the tickets for them.
Yeah, because...
Oh, y'all sweet. I'd take my tickets, like, what you got, son? He's like, I got 15. I was like, oh, damn, you can buy a stick. Yeah. He's like, I want to get that. And I was like, nah, I can get that. You can get this. you got this little section over here.
They ended up getting the little ninja swords or whatever. And it was funny because you know how the toy ninja swords have that little string around it, whatever.
Yeah.
Doing a little color. The strings came off, and then one of them already broke the sword before the night was over. And I remembered one of my birthday parties as a kid. Me and my friend, we both got ninja swords, and before the night was over, we had to tape it up and all this other stuff, trying to make it strong because same material.
Yeah, it's still cheap.
Still cheap. And I'm on the other side now, and I'm like, dang, my parents is like just dropping cash on me just to get this Dollar Tree store. So then I was talking to my dad earlier, and he was like, hey, son, I think we were about to get off the phone or something. And he was like, hey, you still got that? I know you got that hot rod car. We was watching the news, and you guys got street racing. There's street racing going on in the city. And I was like, word? That's great. He said, don't be out there racing. Meanwhile, granted, I haven't really been outside. Sorry, guys. I know I haven't been to Mexico in a while.
It's like I said, we go to Mexico. We don't know about here.
Yeah. Haven't been in a while. So, we've been on the news, Action Jack, for what was it, News 48. It was like something on like my coworker was telling me about it and everything. I was like, I mean, that's not me. It's the takeover kids, all right? The ones shutting down the highways and
yeah.
We ain't snitching around here.
Nah. Nah.
Exactly who they are, right? And then these dummies are commenting on the actual news source place.
Bro, I was dying. Bro, they were sharing it too on social media. They was like, "Oh, please share, bro." I was like, "Y'all, wow."
They're commenting on there, and then they're calling. They're tagging the guy that was actually in the video, and I'm just sitting here like, y'all hot, man. Y'all, it's too much. It's too much. Takeover people, we don't like. We do respectful racing. We wait till the roads are a little bit clear, closer to wee hours, prime racing hours, and we just mind our business. You know what I mean? We're not trying to stop traffic or anything like that. And speeding doesn't hurt anybody. I
don't even know what to say to all this. I'm just like,
did I tell you guys that I paid my speeding ticket?
Oh no! Yeah. I actually got another speeding ticket story.
All right.
So like, well, go ahead. You
I paid. So I was doing 72 and a 45, and he was like, he pulled me over. He's like, why were you? Can you tell me why you was doing? No, did you know you was doing 72? I was like, really?
Bro, wait till you hear my story.
Really? He was like, well, I didn't put it down because you'll get super speeder or whatever it is. He was like, and your tags are expired, and I could have sworn I did the 2-year thing, but I guess I didn't. And then I think it's time for us to get new tags as well. So we got to actually buy new tags. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do custom plate this time.
Hey, what you want to say?
It's going to say Kaido. It's going to be the name of the car. And then my wife got a speeding ticket too, picking up my son's friend. They're 2 for 2 right now. They're 2 for 2 right now.
What is up with y'all speeding picking up these kids, bro?
It's the middle of nowhere. It's the middle of nowhere.
Picking up these kids.
It's the middle of nowhere. We are just going with the flow of traffic. And again, speeding wasn't...
Both y'all some bad influences. They gonna turn out grow up speeding.
Speeding doesn't hurt nobody. I know my vice, man. I know my vice. Some people drink, some people smoke. I speed. I speed. Just gotta know thyself.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. So yeah, so I got a ticket. It was around Halloween.
Okay.
I was going to a party.
Right.
I was like 2 hours late because I came from out of town. So I'm on 295. I'm on the road.
I mean, if you already got a ticket, it is what it is at this point.
Well, nah, I didn't. Well, okay, hold on.
All right.
Right. So I'm like, speeding a little bit, my little RSX, and I'm like weaving in and out of traffic.
You ride around, he's getting it.
Apparently, I see like, and all of a sudden I look up, like when I'm like, usually when I'm paying attention, like I know I'm going fast. Yeah. I'm paying attention to the road, especially when I'm like weaving in and out. I'm paying attention directly in front of me.
Yeah.
Watching the sides, making sure like I don't hit anybody and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Because that would be tragic. So I find like one time I look back, I see some like lights flashing. I was like, okay, cool. But he's like off to the side, so I'm thinking he's like gonna go past me or around me. So like I start going to the left, to the right.
Yeah.
He's trying about to like get off the exit or get on the side. And he's like on me, but he's not directly behind me. He's on the side of me and the back of me. Yeah. So like, okay, so I get back over and he like shifts over really fast.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right, she's going after me. So like I'm gonna go pull over. And normally, so you know how like usually cops will come up to your window.
Yeah.
And knock. He didn't do that.
What did he do?
So he had his lights out. He was like yelling from outside the car. He's like, roll down the window, roll down the window. I was like, oh,
Lord. Man, he was in the car chase.
Yeah.
He was in the car chase.
So he comes up to the window. He's like, you know how fast you were going? I was like, I don't know, officer. I don't know. Like, well, first of all, before I get to that, I'm legit scared.
Yeah.
Because like, one, I know I was going like well over 100.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know exactly however I was going, and like he was like. And I was like, all the stories and stuff that happened, like you kind of like, you worried something gonna happen. So I go ahead.
We're black.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, First when I heard it, I was like, go ahead, get my registration, hands up in the air when he comes up. And I was like, he's like, you know how fast you're going? I was like, I don't know. He's like, how do you not know? I was like, I'm
just be riding around. I'm getting it.
I was like, I have my music and I was paying attention to the road. He's like, you speeding in and out of traffic. I've been following you for 2 miles. He's like, I clocked you going over 125. And I was like, bro, this ain't looking good for me. And he's pissed off. Yeah. So I'm thinking, it was like, one, either get a fat behind a ticket, go to jail, or I'm gonna be dead.
Oh God, this is how it
right?
ends. So
I'm scared out of my mind. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm scared out of my mind.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shoot. And so he's like, yeah, the ticket would be $300. He was like, would you rather me yell at you or give you this fat behind ticket? And I was like, hey. Yell at me. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, how old are you? So I told him, he was like, you just older my son. So he was like, just be careful. He's like, I'm not going to hit you out. I'm just going to warn you. He's like, and plus is like, there's cops further ahead, so don't go above 75. He's like, cops ahead, and they will just automatically just pull out. They will hit you, and something bad will happen. So he's like, I was like, yes, officer. Yes, officer. He's like, all right, cool. Don't stop speeding. It's not that serious. Calm down. But he's also like, when you say like chasing me for 2 miles, like, you know how embarrassing it is? I could barely catch up to you. Yeah.
What was he was in the Charger?
No, he was in like the SUV. I was like, I forgot exactly what they're called. But I was like, I'm in a like, my car's not fast.
Yeah,
like, it's quick, but it's not for, like, in traffic. I understand because I'm a little quick, but like in a stretch, like, I probably shouldn't be able to outrun you. But okay.
Well, Marino, we're glad that you're here. You didn't need to mess around and die on us, be on the news.
Yeah, I was crazy. I was scared senseless. And I was like,
and then no one else would be able to tell your story.
I got to the party, sat outside the house for like 10-15 minutes, just like, this could have went bad.
Yeah, this could have been my last night.
This could have been. I was like, no, the podcast would have ended. Everything, and nobody would have heard from me. And they were like, what happened to Reno? I was like, nobody knows because I don't talk to nobody.
Nobody. Yeah, Reno's actually kind of bad about responding. Actually, pretty bad. Was your phone on silent all day?
Most of the time, yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, it's not on Do Not Disturb, but just on silent because I'm at work most of the time. But yeah, so yeah, I was like, that was my experience. It was really crazy. And I was like, not going that fast again.
Not going that fast again. Yeah, I always say, if I get caught doing like 100, I'm not stopping. That's not happening.
Nah,
I'm not dealing with that.
I was like, I'm kind of glad I stopped because if I didn't stop, he probably wouldn't have like. I got lucky.
Or you would have caught those other guys. Yeah, and the other guys.
That would have been worse. So I was like, I'm just lucky. I caught a cool officer.
Yeah, shout out to that officer.
Cool white officers. Like they're all not all bad. Not all officers are bad.
Not all you guys are bad. Not all of you.
But yeah, I was like, all right, I'm glad he was cool about it. But my heart was beating racing so hard the whole time.
We almost lost Marino.
And I was like, bro, I was scared out of my mind. Because I really didn't know how fast I was going. I just thought I was going fast, but like at that point, I'm at the point where I'm just like zoning out. I'm obviously not staring at my speedometer, but I'm paying attention to what's going around me if I'm like moving in and out.
Yeah, but you didn't. Yeah, I always see the lights. Them things are bright. There's no.
I was like, I guess it's so far behind. Because he didn't actually catch up to me until like I got behind a little bit of traffic. I had to slow down, and it was like, and then I saw it. I was like, oh, but the fact that he was like, he said he was following me for like 2 miles, I was like,
yeah, that's wild.
I was like, I did not see that. So, yeah, street racing is bad, kids.
Street racing is bad.
You know. Especially if you're black, don't get caught going over 100 miles an hour. Because after that, it's straight luck for you. It is straight luck.
So, are you into trucks? Do you care about trucks? Do you want a truck?
I don't want a truck. No, I don't think I'll be able to use a truck.
You have no use for one?
Nah.
There's this thing, they're talking about how there's like these crazy trucks coming out nowadays. So, like, the Dodge Mammoth, which is the Hellcat, the Ram, or whatever. Yeah. So 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 horsepower truck, and then you got the Mercedes 6x6.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You seen that one, and then Hennessy makes the Raptor. He's in Texas. You'll send him your Raptor, your Ford Raptor, and then he'll add another axle, so you'll get a 6x6 Raptor. And then they were like, who wants these things? Because there's no way you're actually doing any hauling with them or stuff like that. But then I saw a thing about a F750, which I've never heard of. And apparently the F750 comes in it's like a mini RV. So you could tow, and then you could like stay in there.
Oh,
or whatever.
Okay.
There. It's kind of, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of interesting. I'm not really a big truck person. If I get a truck, it would literally be for the sole purpose of
hauling cars.
Hauling stuff or whatever. And if we get to that point, I think I might just, hunker down, get my CDL or something.
But I was like, for me, it's like, because that was the only thing I'd probably use it for. I need to like carry some stuff, like haul something. But I was like, I'll just get a 4Runner.
Yeah.
Like something like that. And I was like, I'd rather have much more use and fun with that than actual truck.
Actual space. And then we need 3. Well, my wife, she wants three rows. So like her vehicle's gotta have 3 rows and all those random requirements. But I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting, bringing it up. I don't know how Marina feels about trucks. In my head, I was like, he was probably like, whatever. I probably just use it for something.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like when I work. Like everyone else, like in my job, all have trucks. But I was like, I've never really been into trucks like that. Like I think they're cool.
Yeah.
But it's like for me, I just one, they don't fit my personality.
Yeah.
And then 2 is like I probably use it. Actually, like if I had a truck, I probably actually only use it for what it's supposed to be used for.
Yeah.
Maybe like every once a month or a couple months or. It'd be very rare. It wouldn't be frequently enough for me to actually like warrant buying.
Yeah.
Especially they're expensive too. It's like for a price of a nice truck, I could buy like a nice car, fast car.
Really, really nice car.
So it's like
really nice car.
To me, I was like, have a nice truck or have a really nice car.
I'm with you.
So, but yeah, I don't know. It was crazy. But I know we want to talk about the Zosh thing last episode. Like you said, you actually went back and watched.
Yeah, so I didn't. And I like all cars. I know, like sometimes it kind of sounds like I'm talking down about Hondas and stuff like that. I'm not really into it, but if you love it,
no, it's okay. Like I got CJ to love the Honda.
I mean, it's not towards you. Just like in general, whatever.
Yeah, because they're not like known for like really being fast.
So he was talking. I guess he does these things yearly.
Yeah, I think I've noticed him doing it since he was like 24, 23.
Yeah,
24.
so he does these. So the video is called 26, and he's talking about his life progression and everything like that. About how he's selling merch, not being able to sell out, yada yada yada. He actually has 275 subs, 275,000 subs, which is, I mean,
that's a lot.
I figured that's a pretty decent number. I honestly, to him, I would just say keep going. Like,
yeah,
you got to keep in mind where you're trying to go. So like he was talking kind of like, I don't know if that's just, he was just like letting out his emotions, like his feelings or whatever in the moment. But like,
I don't think it was in the moment thing, because he's been watching some of the other videos. He kind of like expresses his frustration a little bit. But yeah. I mean, I get it, because like if you got over 275,000 people subscribed to your YouTube channel,
yeah, and
however many people on your Instagram,
yeah,
you make some shirts. You would think you gotta at least get like 10 people to buy a shirt or something. But he's like, the fact that he couldn't get any, like that's, to me, like that's kind of wild.
All right, well, I was like, I watched the video. I said, where is this merch? Just wanted to support or whatever. Looked at it. I said, okay, cool. I mess with camo. I want to get this. The camo one was sold out. So, like, and there's all the ones that I would want to get were sold out. So,
yeah,
I was like, all right, bruh.
So, yeah, that part like restocked.
all right, bruh.
I saw like also like, so I got where he was coming from with that stuff, but I also think too, if like if you're trying to sell merch and something's not working, you're not getting the sales.
Yeah.
Then maybe it's kind of like back to the drawing board type of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe redesign it a different way, or like actually really assess and say which colors are actually being sold, which style is being sold.
Yeah.
If something is working, cool, keep doing it, build upon it. If it's not working, scrap it, do something else.
Yeah. Or if you generally like what you put out and it's not selling, then you just got to go harder.
Yeah.
And until other people see your vision, you just got to get the right people on your team. And I don't know if he does. Does he do collabs or anything like that, or have you?
I haven't. I don't think I've ever really seen him do any collabs. Not with any big YouTubers that I remember anyway.
Because there's a couple here. Obviously Adam LZ is,
yeah,
he's. I guess I would assume he's him and Tavares. You know who Tavares is?
I don't know who that is.
He's one of the ones that I first started seeing buying the total supercars and
then rebuilding them.
And rebuilding them. Those two, I would guess. Oh, and Cletus.
Yeah.
Cletus. Those three in Florida. I really hope I'm not forgetting anybody else. But,
those are the big ones.
Those are the really big ones. But there's a lot down here.
Like there's even a few in Jacksonville too.
Yeah. So and we've met a couple times. I haven't made any videos about it because I don't know. I'm kind of weird.
You met Zosh?
I haven't met Zosh.
Who'd you meet?
Just
the other YouTubers.
Local people here.
Oh, how'd that meeting go? I thought it was funny. I'll tell you that at YouTube too, but I didn't get invited, so I guess.
Yeah, because you don't post nothing, Marino.
At the time, I did.
You don't post nothing, man. You don't post Marino. Marino has 10 videos, right? I don't know. Marino has 7 videos right now.
I definitely I have videos I can just throw out there.
Yeah, he had probably 10, probably more actually. Now that we're really talking about it, Marino has a bunch of videos that he can just put out, just showcasing his work. You put it out on YouTube. You put it out on Instagram. I don't know what this guy's doing over here.
I'm slacking.
Yeah, because I was like, man, I feel like I'm missing something. And then I look at his YouTube channel. I was like, hey, we didn't. And I was listening to a bunch of podcasts today. I was like, I didn't get no notification say that our podcast went up. And I went to YouTube. Hey, the video didn't go up. I said, this guy here, man. This guy right here next to me, him. We basically talked about everything that if you want to start a YouTube.
Oh, like tips, like tips and stuff.
I'm pretty sure you'll Google or YouTube those videos and what everyone says. It's definitely a lot harder than one thinks it is. It's easy and it's a lot harder because you're like adding something else into your schedule. There's definitely days where you don't want to do videos, but you got to do videos to get to where you're trying to go. But I think there's when LZ and Tavares and Cletus and everybody else was like really getting started. Oh, and other than the shops, like there's a bunch of shops down south that have channels as well. That racing channel, 1320 didn't get started here. Where it got started? I don't think. Yeah, it didn't get started down south. Monster Performance.
True.
T-Pain. Oh, T-Pain don't really count.
He dressed
now. He dressed now. But yeah, there's a bunch of people down here. But like I lost my thought. But okay, when they got started, I guess you didn't necessarily need a plan. You could have just been doing videos.
Well, yeah, because they also started. At least Adam LZ started like 6 years ago, barely when YouTube was like.
Yeah.
They usually around the time the big people now started their YouTube channels before YouTube was really a big thing.
A big thing, like 6-10 years ago, something.
Like even like Fresh Kicks started it before he was barely a thing.
Yeah, and he was barely uploading videos. Yeah. Like he's been doing it for. He was like he only did it to do his motorcycle thing, and then he got into cars.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't upload that often, or I don't know why Fresh Kicks isn't.
Well, he stopped uploading as much because he's waiting on like car parts. Remember, he still has his G35 still in the shop. The S15 still in the shop.
Yeah.
I think he just got like an M3, so he's been doing videos on that lately.
Yeah.
That's about it.
So, yeah, then you got those little hiccups or whatever. Then real life actually comes into play as well. But those guys, they kind of started, I guess, in a time. Even TJ Hunt, like started in a time they're possibly still living with their parents. They didn't necessarily have a care other than just focusing on doing the YouTube thing. I think Adam LZ stated that he never had a real job, that he only ever did YouTube.
Yeah, I guess because he did BMX. He was actually a pro BMX rider.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He was pro. So a lot of that stuff at first was him getting paid for BMX. Then he went to college, and he did YouTube, was basically like posting like BMX videos or whatever, and starting to get into cars. So I know he got this 240 and started getting into drifting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that everything kind of built around that BMX and cars, and then he just fully went like cars.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny because there's a guy, that car that I work on, or that comes to the shop semi-regular basis or whatever, because he keeps blowing it up, and I don't know why we warranty that stuff, but he says he knows. He came in one day and he had the LZ shirt on. I was like, hey, nice shirt. And he was like, yeah, I know him. I was like, word? So like he knows LZ.
Is they cool?
I guess he went to school or whatever with him. I don't know if he's like cool with him.
I was like, because don't be saying I know somebody if you just like know who that person is.
Know of them.
Yeah, like,
know of them.
Like you're not actually tight with them. Don't say you know them.
But yeah, like now, I guess just gotta have like a plan, like a vision to where you want to go and how you want things to be. And it's definitely a way to, with it being so saturated now, it's like not an end all be all, because it's you see everyone chasing the carrot, I guess.
Yeah.
And getting frustrated they're not getting it right away, which none of these guys was overnight success.
I mean, yeah, it all takes time.
Yeah.
Like nothing happens like.
And we're frustrated. I don't want it to seem like we're over that. We kind of want things just to happen, just like that.
Yeah. But like realistically speaking, like unless like one of your videos goes viral, which you can't even like really plan for that. It kind of just happens.
It just is what it is.
The best thing you can do is just keep putting out content and just keep doing your thing.
Yeah, the right caption, the right thumbnail, the perfect length or whatever. It was a good night out at Mexico. You finally learned how to drift. I don't know what happened. It just
you're just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping something sticks,
and then it just goes like And we kind of touched on like being clickbaity or keeping up with the Joneses last week, but like don't lose yourself in doing that too. So like I like how Fresh Kicks, like he's getting all these like random cars or whatever, but like he actually likes them, and I'd kind of do that too. Like I like every across every brand, I would get one.
Like he doesn't really like. I know he even stated this one time. He's like he rarely gets anything that just because the subscribers want to get something.
Yeah,
like he'll do it maybe just because as long as he thinks it's cool. Yeah, but usually those cars only last like a couple months and he just sells it.
Then he flips it.
Yeah.
So at least that's the part of the plan for me, at least what I would do, and what I'm working on at the moment. There's just other life things that I'm taking care of, and I'll probably discuss more when I'm ready to discuss said things.
Yeah, you got some big changes coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But yeah, let's see, hold on.
Yeah, cause I know we got some local. Cause I know Vince. He does automotive YouTube in here. I think he's been doing it for like a couple of years too.
Who's that?
Vince. I think Vince Jackson Jr. on Instagram.
Yeah, so he
knows Josh.
He has an Evo.
Yeah, he had an Evo. Now he has an RSX. I think he still has an Integra.
Where's that chat at? Does he?
Mm-hmm.
YouTube gang. Who's on here?
Oh, you have like a whole group chat?
Yeah. I don't even know if anybody could be added to this thing.
No, super secret society.
No. FLA Hemi.
So it's all like automotive YouTubers.
Supercharged Amp, SS Fredo, SS Marco, Mr. Slides, Pablo Savage. I don't think Omega Red has one. All Black Blasian and One Killer Cat. MFD Garage. Who's this? I don't know who this person is. Really?
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of local stuff. But I think I guess if you come into YouTube, my thing is like if you come into YouTube just trying to make a living off of it, it usually doesn't end out pretty well, or you'll get disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, and it depends on like you got your age as a factor, what's already going on in your life. You know what I mean? And just like you already gotta do what works for you. Yeah, do what works for you. So that's that.
Yeah, but what time is it?
It wasn't that long. Nah. You want to shut it down now?
Nah, we got one more topic on the board. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. So what about car clubs did you want to talk about?
Just how I kind of want to know your thoughts on like different car clubs, because like every single day I find out like there's a new car club that's digital about.
There's a new car club,
and it's like it's like so much like in the car community, like there'll be like a car club, and then like stuff will happen between members, so they branch out and they start a different car club.
They start a different one, and they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't like it's just crazy to me. So I was like, to me, I was like, I get the point. I guess usually like you want to have like a certain group of your friends, you all go out together.
Yeah.
And like you want to kind of like get some stickers, something that you can all share and stuff like that. But like, I don't know if it's gotten to the point where it's become like, I'm not saying like toxic, but like it's just like it's not necessarily a bright spot.
I mean, I guess you just gotta have everybody on the same page all the time, and then everybody with the same idea, I guess. I mean, I guess at one point in time I entertained that, but I don't necessarily like meeting new people like that. I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like I'll do it, but I think again you'll have to have a plan and knowing what you actually want to do with said car club and how you guys are going to move forward. You can't just be like, oh, well, can I join? And then other people join in, and then that person's toxic, and then that new person messes up your relationship with other people, and then things like that happen. And then like next thing you know,
a lot of the bad stuff that happens is because like just drama within
one or two people don't like each other, and then now the whole club's divided, and now there's another chapter division or whatever of said club.
Yeah, it's just like, man, it's like so many, and I was like, I guess too, like I also don't understand like the end goal of having a club for certain people.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, cool, you got like the same group, and like you get together and you want to do a club, but like what's the end goal? Is it just like to roll out together the car meets?
I don't know. I've never been a part of a club before, so I don't know how that's structured.
It's different for different people, like so like technically, I guess. I don't know if I really want to get into this.
Hey, we're here now, Marino. We're here now.
There's like some stuff I just don't say.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm in like one group.
You could edit names.
Yeah, I won't go into details.
Yeah, don't say names.
But I'm in like one car group that because I've done like a lot of photography and stuff.
Do you beep it? Do you
bleep it? I don't know. I don't even think it's that serious.
Okay.
It's whatever. I don't care about nobody no more. It's whatever. I'm speaking truth.
Yeah.
So like there's one car group like cool. I think like 904. Like I've been doing photos and stuff for a couple of members of the group that I'm like become really close to, and like we're super cool.
Right.
But and then like so is that group, and there's like another group that I got asked to become a part of, and they were like, they're like, oh, we want you to be a group. We only want like nice cars, like show car type cars in there. People put actual money, but we don't want to be seen be clapped out like vehicles or ugly vehicles. But we want this is supposed to be like
I'm a little clapped out right now.
A good place for all the community and every car lover. And I was like, you kind of just contradicted yourself. Just like, you got to realize some people just don't have money, especially when they're young. They don't have money to be buying all these expensive parts. So what's like? So what if they buy like cheap parts? Is they like the cars? Is that the whole point?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of discrimination and stuff too in the car community. It's like offer like some real stupid stuff, and it's just like
toxicity.
I just don't get it. Like the whole idea is like we all love cars.
Yeah.
So we get together to see and enjoy other people's cars and build and see different things. It's like if you don't like it, shut up.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. So, you don't like it, move on. You ain't got to start talking crap.
Cancel culture thing.
And like people be talking so much junk, and I was like, bro, if you don't like it, don't say that.
Yeah.
It's not your thing. It's not your car.
Right.
It's like the whole thing is like wild to me. And then people are like, oh, we don't want people who can't afford to buy all these parts. Like, bro, he's like 17 years old.
Yeah. Is that your money? Is that mom and dad's money?
I was like, bro, look at your car. All you have is like coilovers. You got into a show. No disrespect, but that's not like that's not saying much. Like it's not
tires, wheels, tires, and suspension.
It's not even new wheels. He just painted them different color.
My god!
I was like, that's not saying much, bro. And it was like, is that's the whole where he's come to? It's like, yeah, a lot of these shows, if they set stuff like that, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But I was like, you can't be talking trash on other people. Like, I don't get like the whole like people gotta look down on other people for stuff. Like, bro, if you don't like it, don't say nothing. Just walk on by. And you gotta keep like make it known that you don't like it.
Yeah, there's let's see, you said 904 Inc. There's Boundless.
Yeah, Boundless.
Odd Boys.
Team Lowrider.
Off the Muscle. On the Muscle. Off the Muscle.
Street Predators. There's a bunch of them. There's a few I'm forgetting.
Fast Lane. And
Kindred Impulse. Yeah, I think that's about it that I know of. I'm pretty sure there's like
there's more. Right? You guys didn't shout us out. You guys aren't.
I was like, that's not the whole point of this conversation. It's like you want to shout out, give a sponsor or some money.
Yeah. But I'd go out more, meet and see more. I guess I don't know. It's like I kind of want my channel to do some of everything, and I guess I got to get used to just. So like my racing videos do really well, and then everything else is like.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because no, your first video wasn't a racing video. What video did you? I gotta do more. People. I guess I can see why they like the racing video more because you talked about like wanting to race, so it makes more sense.
Yeah.
The racing stuff. I can see you actually really kind of being similar to like Fresh Cakes.
So
it's just like basically Fresh Cakes. He just built up his Z and just started racing people, and then eventually he got to the point where he can buy other stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like the direction you're going to, like with that and Mike. I
just gotta get better at like editing, cause I like doing fun stuff too, or like I don't know, like editing unleashes more creativity, but it's kind of like time consuming sometimes. And then I got like a small human and a dog jumping at me while I'm at home. I'm trying to like do the time. And you spend 3 hours editing a 5-minute video. And it's just like
those videos are hard though.
Yeah.
You like record so much footage and try to get it down to like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And you're doing all this and you're making it slow and then you're doing the right transitions and stuff like that. And then it just got to the point where I was like, hey man, I'm just putting these things out. I'll worry about that stuff later.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. But I think my problem is
well, because you're looking at it from a professional standpoint, and then I think you're burning yourself out in some cases when you don't need to. So But he already has finished products. That he's just not
yeah, Mike's point is I already have finished products. Put it out.
Products, yeah.
Worry about the other
Marino
stuff.
literally has a fridge full of food, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry."
And Chuck actually do be happening in real life. It's like, you know, like when you're younger, just look at the fridge and we stop. We just like,
he's like, it's over there though.
I don't want nothing in here.
But the over there is the clicking of the YouTube and then clicking upload.
Shut up. But yeah, but God, shut up. Anyway, I think it's been an hour. It's about an hour.
Yeah, that's it. So
we have gotten some. Well, I've gotten some feedback. Like people like it, but I heard like we need to get like some kind of intro down.
Yeah, some kind of intro. Possible. I don't know. We might. You want to start doing 30 minutes, or you just want to keep the hour? You want to try the 30 minutes out, or 45, or
we'll try like the.
Because sometimes we have a lot of topics, and sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
I guess we shouldn't force it.
Nah, I don't. I think just because we have a lot of topics at the moment doesn't mean necessarily have to talk about it all.
Yeah.
We probably like pick a couple that kind of like fit together. Like today, kind of like everything kind of flowed.
Yeah.
Together for the most part. So like stuff like that. And it was like only like 3. Well, we started off with the whole like the Camry thing, which is actually really cool. But that actually flowed really well into like the toys and the.
Yeah.
So everything kind of flows. So I think it's maybe like feel like maybe like 1 or 2, 3 topics.
Yeah.
And then.
I mean, I just tried to think about like how I would word stuff because I do listen to a lot of podcasts, and like I was like, hey babe, like I was listening to a podcast and they did like the Manscaped commercials. I was like, I wonder, like I was like, hey, I do videos. I got a podcast. What would I say? Manscaped.
Or they like this is
I was like, would we? I said, no, man. Me and Marino could do like a whole skit. It'd be crazy.
People we know that stuff. Like there's like some YouTubers I watch that like photographers called like Mango Street. Yeah. And every time they have an ad or like a promo they're supposed to be doing for a company, they'll do like a whole skit and like a whole thing. And they'd be like, sorry for the interruption. We gotta pay our bills. Yeah, so they do like this whole skit.
We could either we could do like a smooth transition, like one podcast I listen to. Damn Internet, You Scary. But one of the hosts, he's like really good at doing the transition. But the other host, he is like I don't know if he's horrible at it or if he's doing it on purpose. Like, and then because they're comedians and he's doing it on purpose, and it's like this is extremely awkward, but like it's funny. So like it just keep on going. So I think about stuff like that in the future. And I'm like, do we go to said companies or do they come to us? I don't know how that.
I think it's supposedly. Usually what I hear from it, they come from us. But I know like we have to get to like a certain amount of listeners.
Yeah.
Which is like the thing that sucks though is like even though the app doesn't, I don't know how well or like how the app actually tracks what's required. Like do they have to listen to like a certain? You guys have to listen to a certain amount of the podcast for them to count as a listener.
Yeah.
And also like when I talk to people, like I don't know how much of it they actually listen to.
Well, there's there's a thing called the YouTube Studio.
Yeah.
And it shows like there's click-through rates and all that.
Oh, yeah.
That shows you your whole analytics on YouTube at least. I don't know what Spotify does, but I just thought that was kind of funny.
YouTube doesn't. That's another kind of like also why I think we should try the 40 minutes for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to see how the click-through rate on YouTube would be because like the first couple of videos, like our first 3, it was like really wasn't much.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it is. And also too, at the same time, I gotta do better like promoting it on my page.
Yeah. Like
I probably start putting like little clips and stuff. I did it for the first one, that went really well, but I haven't done it since.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I don't know, like that's my feed, kind of like throws it off. Then I also realized I can take it off my feed now.
It throws off your feed?
I just like really want. I overthink. You already know I overthink things.
Your face. What is this guy talking about? What? What? Yeah, then I'll
all right, so I look at it. I'm like, all right, I need to have like a nice like cover image or whatever for it. So I gotta make it look better.
All right, guys, we're gonna tell Marino. I need everybody to just start commenting. Marino, upload the videos. Upload that fire. Just drop burrito. Upload fire emoji. Fire emoji. Fire emoji.
Anyway, guys.
Yeah. Did you see Shang-Chi?
Yeah, I did see that. I think I saw that a couple weeks ago. That's fine.
It was kind of.
Did you see the new Spider-Man trailer?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
They got me hyped. They got me like even more hyped than everyone.
So I'm gonna lose my. My head's literally gonna explode like that Dave Chappelle skit when he was the Ku Klux Klan member, and then he took off the robe, and everybody saw that he was black. I'm gonna be that guy with his head exploded when Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield show up on the screen. All right, if that really happens, my mind's gonna explode. Okay. And then it'll be even crazier if they get like Shameik Moore to be Miles Morales on the big screen.
Bro,
I will lose my mind.
I didn't even think about that.
I'll lose my mind.
If they like throw that out of left field, like we didn't even talk about Shameik Moore, but we just gonna throw him in there.
We got all four. We got all four on the big screen, boy. What's up?
What?
Yeah. Disney and Marvel can't do no wrong.
That's crazy. We'll talk about that trailer next episode. There's a lot to talk about in there.
But I brought up Shang-Chi because there's a quote in the movie and it said, "If you don't aim at anything, you'll always miss."
Oh yeah.
I thought that was actually a kind of cool quote.
I was.
You guys stay up, be blessed, and enjoy the rest of your day, evening, midday.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time.
Peace.